Hey there, Jonathan Mills Patrick with you. Thanks so much for joining me. I wanted to take a moment away from my trail run. You can see over here behind me is the trail and my remote station for the day. I got out on the trail this morning on a loop that is usually about 8 miles for me, but decided to run about 2 of it and stop at this bench and put in some work today. So I wanted to stop and talk to you today about a question that I got on Quora.com. If you've ever checked it out, you'll know what I'm talking about, but it is a wonderful website to get some great information on, quora.com. It's kind of a human crowdsourcing of information, much like Google, where you can go and ask questions, but actual people answer them with hopefully with expertise in given areas. A couple of places that I tend to be found are in the startup arena, funding, business loans, things like that. I actually think I'm top 10 answers in business loan category, and then pretty active in startups too. But just yesterday I got a great question I wanted to talk to you about today, which is how do you value your time? And I have to tell you, it's going to sound a little selfish, but my time outside of spirituality and my family is more valuable to me than anything else that exists. And it took me a long time to figure that out. I'll tell you a quick story. I spent the majority of my early career, actually about 20 years in the banking industry, very focused on climbing the corporate ladder, and always wanted to be a CEO somewhere. And one day I actually got offered that type job and realized it wasn't what I wanted anymore. It's not what I was focused on. So boating going on in the background. It wasn't what I was focused on, was being a CEO anymore. Life ebbs and flows and it changes, and it doesn't mean I won't want to be a CEO again in the future, but right now it's just not something that I'm focused on. So I got very deliberate about a year ago about kind of designing my life and making my career or work fit into that. And I tell you, it's paid enormous dividends. It's much less stress these days. I'm happier with what I'm doing. And a lot of people that know me and knew the career path I was on and the opportunities that were being given to me say, how could you give up all those benefits, all that potential income, all the things that come with being a CEO of a large financial institution? And I tell them, it just wasn't a fit for me anymore. It wasn't what I wanted to do. I just was very focused on designing my life. This is the key takeaway: design your life and make your career or your work fit that. Now, I know a lot of people are going to tell me that that's just easy to say if you're at a certain stage in your career and a certain level of income. I'm not a rich man, but I do fairly well. But here's the thing: that when I made this decision, I'm actually now making more money than I ever have. So I think it's just about making deliberate decisions in your life. I've read recently where people spend more time scheduling and planning out their vacations than they do their life, and that's just sad to me. I think about college graduates that have just recently graduated and how many of them make career choices purely based on the amount of money they can make. I know, I did it, so I'm not judging it, but I'm here to share wisdom, and hopefully you will go a different route than a lot of people out there. They're just kind of zombies going through their day, living for the weekends and things like that. I still live for the weekend, but I also live for moments like this, where I get to work from a place like this. And it all is because I made those decisions. Now, some part of the contribution was great mentors along the way, and also learning skill sets that most people would have never figured out or added up to how it got me here today. For instance, I taught myself some basic programming. Not a lot, but enough that I understand it. And that skill set has come in handy in some of my work. And I've taught myself some other things, some languages and things like that. So just constantly educating yourself. You just never know where those skills are going to go. But design your life and make your work fit, not the other way around. Be deliberate about where you want to go and value your time highly. It's something that you